you. Nobody will know you don't have anything in your pocket. But the fact that people would look at you and be like, this girl, she's of high class. It's not the matter of whether you have money or you are well-dressed. Yes, you need to dress good, but at the same time, the way you approach yourself, the way you talk about yourself, the words that come out of your mouth, that's so important. You need to learn to. One thing again is you need to learn to mind your business. You need to say, these are things that is none of your business, so you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to give response to everything. You don't have to always have opinions. Your opinions might not matter. So it's better you just, observe. It's alright to observe whatever is going on before you talk. Now when people look at you and people want to talk about you, they'll be like, that girl, she talks with wisdom, she talks out with so much intelligence, she talks out with so much, understanding. She understands and, put those things within them, and before she opens her mouth to say something. So that the way you push yourself, you need to love yourself. When I there with you, only you they do me you they love me Another thing is putting yourself first. You always want to satisfy everybody around you. You always want to be like, I need to be good to everybody. I tell you, you cannot be good. You might be the best person, but people will still talk about you. People will still say, oh, okay, let's imagine you want to go out with friends now, and you are like, okay, someone somehow does not have something to wear. You have to sacrifice what you have to wear for that person, no matter what. Whether you sacrifice your whole life for someone, if the person is still going to talk about you, I tell you that the person will talk about you. So it is all right to put yourself first. Know that you come first and nobody else. You should love yourself first, no matter what the situation may be, no matter what you want to do, no matter how you want to make sacrifice. It's all right to make sacrifice for your loved ones, but at the same time, you need to love yourself. You need to cherish who you are. Even your best friend, your closest friends, your lover, whatever, if you do something wrong, they will still talk about you. So why not, put yourself first and understand that you are who you are and you come first no matter what. And one thing again is you need to set boundaries. People do not, I feel like people in our own generations or even way before us do not know how to set boundaries. There are some boundaries you need to set for yourself. When you're setting boundaries, there are some things you don't like. Do not accept what you don't like just because you feel like maybe the person is on the high position or the person is your friend. When you don't like something, set the boundaries. Oh, I don't like you touching my things. It's not a crime for you to tell someone, I don't like you touching my things, or I don't like you walking into my office without knocking or making an awareness or something. Or I don't want you to come to my office. I don't want to be your friend. You don't have to be friends with everybody. You don't have to be loved with by everybody. We're not berries. Some people are allergic to berries. So why do you have to be friends with everybody? Just like people acknowledge berries or they love berries so much, not everybody can eat berries. Not everybody, like some people eat berries and just make them itch. So why do you have to be loved by everyone? So you need to set boundaries. You don't want someone to walk into your office. Please tell them kindly with so much respect, please, I don't want you in my office. It's your office, it's your boundary. So you can tell who you want them to come inside, and if you don't want them to come inside, you can tell them that, okay, before coming into my office, please knock. It's not a crime to tell someone to know before. You should have your own private time, or you should have things you're doing, and you don't just want people to walk into your space just anyhow. So you can tell people. So it's all right to set boundaries. You don't have to be pretending like, oh, let me set because she's my friend, this one and that one. I don't think is acceptable anymore. I feel like when we are setting boundaries, or someone is touching your phone and you don't want the person to touch you, set boundaries. Tell them, please, I don't want you to touch my phone. You should ask me before you touch my phone. Or somebody is talking to you some type of way, or somebody is disrespecting you, or somebody is telling you, oh, you have to do this thing, the person is compelling you to do things. Set boundaries. Oh, sorry, I can't do this thing at the moment, I need to go and do something. It's not a crime. Nobody's going to hold you for what you cannot do at the moment. You didn't say you will not do it at all. You're just saying you cannot do it at the moment. So I feel like when we learn to respect each other, that boundary would be established. And if someone decide not to respect you, I think that's when you need to establish those boundaries, and you need to let them know that, okay, this is my boundary, this is your boundary. We're not friends. We don't have to always be friends. I don't know how to keep friends and be pretending that we are friends. If we're not friends, I feel like we're not friends. I don't know how people will be pretending and be greeting themselves in all this pretentious language and doing all this. I know my I'm not trying to discriminate here, but I know my Yoruba people can relate. When somebody is greeting you and you don't want to greet the person, you'll be using your nose and your tongue, just be talking to them, and that is not what we want. If you don't want someone to be your friend, please let them go. It's not by force that everybody's going to be your friend, but the loved ones you have, the few friends you have, take them, acknowledge them, respect them so that they can respect you. No under nose talking, no under tongue talking. My Yoruba people, I'm sure you guys can attest to this, that when you don't want to greet someone, there's a way you answer them and there's a way you respond to them. Maybe not our own generations, but our parent generations. My mom, for a fact, I can tell you that when she doesn't want to greet someone, she will just answer you some stylish way, and you will be wondering what's going on. And if you can relate, you'll know that, okay, there's something here. Why do that? It's not matured enough. So why not, just tell the person, we're not friends. So I don't think there's any reason why we should have conversation. The year is about to run out. Please, you need to make peace with people. You need to understand that, it's not everybody that you have to, move to. Everybody can move, and by the time you hear each other's story or your own success story, it inspires you. That's all right. Love from afar, that's also all right. There's no strange attached to anything.
Girl, it's only you I wanna spend all my time with. It's only you I gotta spend my money for. Girl, it's only you I wanna call when it's touring. Mega superstar, but it's you I'm shining for. Sumami, oh. Sumami, oh. I love you tenderly. Sumami, oh. Sumami, oh. Sumami, oh. I love you tenderly. But you know that only you that do me da. When I'm there with you,
Another thing is, people do not learn to, I feel like people do not learn to practice self-love. There is something that you need to understand, that when you love yourself, it shows so much and tells so much about who you are in person. If you don't appreciate who you are, see, I've said this over and over on this show, that one thing you need to understand is that if people say some words to you or some negative things to you, if you are this type of person that say the sweetest things to yourself, those words will not have so much effect on you. Just like I say, when you wake up in the morning, first thing you do, look at your mirror. Everybody has mirror in their house, and tell yourself the most sweetest word. You're beautiful, you have wisdom, you are blessed, you are you are handsome, you are cute, whatever you want to say to yourself. You are rich, just say those words. You're not trying to be spiritual, or you're not trying to be, these are just words of affirmation. Yes, when you say that to yourself, you understand that if somebody now look at you and say you are ugly, they won't mean so much to you, because you've said that to yourself. So I feel like everybody needs to put those things in action, that when you wake up first in the morning, look at yourself and just hype yourself. Like we say, just hype yourself. If you don't hype yourself, who will? People will hype you, definitely. Some people, the hyping is not from their mind, it's not from their in-depth mind. Some people are just hyping you just because they can do it at that moment. But if you hype yourself very well, and you come out and somebody is looking at you and saying you are so ugly, you don't even have shape, you've said to yourself that you are beautiful and you have shape, that person's words will not mean so much to you. I've been doing this for over, if I'm not mistaken, since I've been in my maybe my SS3, and it was I can't remember who taught me this, maybe my mentor or something, I can't really remember. But over the years, I've been able to say that to myself, and it has made my confidence on the highest level. I'm not trying to be confident in bad things, but I'm trying to be confident. People are not always happy that you are happy. People don't have a reason. They will just want to hate you for no reason. So why not be the one to say things to yourself and make you feel alright, than allowing somebody's word somewhere to affect you and say, oh, you are ugly, you don't even have this one, you are this one, you are that one. When you say all those things to yourself, even before somebody else will say it to you, you're already saying it. And when they say it to yourself, maybe somebody knows, oh, you are beautiful, you will now confirm it times 2, times 3. you've not done anything bad by doing it. So you need to, practice self-love. It's very, very important. It says so much about you when you practice self-love. There's so many people going through depression, going through anxiety, not because they are not perfect for themselves, but because the society is toxic. And living in a toxic society would make you have some things that you can't even explain yourself. Some people don't even know how they get themselves into depression. They don't even know they are even depressed. You just see some people, generally they're just frustrated for no reason. Some people might be depressed and they don't even know. So you need to put yourself out there. The world is toxic, the world is dangerous. Every day different things keep coming up, different things keep happening. The social media in our own world right now is not helping at the same time. So you need to put some words of affirmation to yourself, and it will help you. I feel like it will help you, because the world we live in right now, it's a world that if you're not careful, you'll find yourself in depth of depression or anxiety. You're just scared for no reason. But when you put so much confidence in yourself, those words help and go a long way as well.
It's only you way I could save my loving for.
Another thing you need to learn to do as the year is coming to an end is learning to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things you've not been able to achieve. Forgive yourself for the things you've not been able to do. I said it earlier on that everybody before we started the year, everybody have their own plans, their agendas, whatever you wanted to achieve, and you've not been able to achieve it. You need to forgive yourself. You need to now look beyond what has happened and be like, okay, what has made me not been able to achieve this particular goals or this particular things? Okay, this is the reason. Okay, in the following year or in the following month, you would work towards it and not make that same mistake. That's all right. So you need to learn to forgive yourself. Forgive the things you've done. Be nice to yourself. Love yourself. Be adorable to yourself, if there's anything like that. You just need to appreciate yourself more. And when you do that, you tend to achieve more than hating yourself for the things that you've done. Just like they used to say that when we ask forgiveness from God, God will definitely forgive us. So who are you not to forgive yourself? If God can forgive us, then we should be able to forgive our own selves from the wrong we've done. You need to let go of the things you've done. When you let go of those things, you realize that, okay, you've acknowledged the fact that you've done something wrong or you've done something bad. Why not just decide to say, okay, I'm forgiving myself so that I can move forward? If you beat yourself up for things that you've done, you realize that those things will keep hurting you, and you will not be able to move up, and which we do not want. That we always want progress and we always want to move forward.
Love you tenderly, you know that only you did do me when I let you
Another thing is you need to develop yourself. You need to develop yourself psychologically, physically, educationally. Whatever you can develop yourself with, you need to have skills, so that when you find yourself in this kind of situation, you know that this is what you can do to get yourself out of that situation. It's very important. It's very important because we are going into a world of which says that your handwork speaks for yourself. So when you don't develop yourself, or you don't have one thing that you can testify that you do, you are like, apart from maybe you work in a bank or you work in an organization or something, if you don't have what you do with your hands, at the end of the day, just imagine now something happened to the company and you can't continue working there. Before you get another job is a lot. So you need to develop yourself. You need to develop your current skills, the ones you have. You need to learn new things, new ideas. I tell people at least 30 minutes of your time on a daily basis. You need to read something new, something you don't know about. At least 30 minutes of your time, even 20 minutes. 20 minutes, you can learn a lot from 20 minutes. Just make sure that it doesn't even have to be books. Generally, go online, browse about new things, just develop yourself, have ideas of things going on around the world. I know our own generation now, we don't like the idea of watching news or get yourself involved in things going on around the world, but these are things that will develop you. These are things that will expose you to new ideas, new technology, new things, new a lot of things. So you need to expose yourself. When you don't expose yourself and you are in a gathering, just imagine your friends are talking about things and you're looking so lost, you're looking so out of the world, you don't even understand what they're saying, you don't even know where they're coming from. It's very embarrassing. So you need to expose yourself, develop your ideas, develop new things, learn new words, learn new things, learn things that when somebody talk about it, you can relate. Even if you don't know so much, but you can relate, it tells so much about you. Your confidence is on the eye side. When somebody talks about something and you're like, oh yeah, I think I've heard of that, or this what happened, this is it, this is how it went, and people know that you are, some people are educated, but they are not educated by learning new things. They just stick to the things that they've learned in their olden days or in their school, and they've been done with school for 5 years. Some things you can't even remember. But if you take 20 minutes or 30 minutes out of your time and you learn new things, or you learn new words, or you learn new technology, new developments, you watch news. See, I tell you that news can be boring, right? But you need it, because at the end of the day, you find yourself being equipped with new ideas, what is going on around the world, and you can be able to relate. And before I forget, you don't know where you'll find yourself tomorrow. You don't know where you'll find yourself today. It might be your idea that would make way for you. It might be what you know. Somebody might just, you don't even know who is who. Somebody might just be walking past and they just hear you talk. I've read a lot of books that just the person's smell alone, or what the person was saying out of the mouth, has given the person good jobs, good connects. And in the world that we are in right now, everybody needs connection. You need to know somewhere, somehow, somewhere, some places, somehow, just for you to be able to, do the right thing at the right time, and for them to be able to help you, or when you need to be helped by people, or people need to help you. You can be the one in that position, and it can be them in that position. So what you can do, your hand would speak for you, just like the way they say. Just learn new things, develop yourself, understand that these things are things you need to do. The year is running out, so by the time you're trying to make up your new ideas, or your new year resolution, or your things you need to achieve, you need to strategize and put all these things into consideration. And I tell you that you would achieve more than you've achieved before, because you just like I'm explaining, or I'm saying this now, I'm developing you, or I'm introducing you to things that you might not know. So if you put them into consideration and you put them into action, they might help you develop, and you understand, okay, I need to take 30 minutes out of my time. It might even be in the middle of the night, it might be anytime. Just take 20, 30. Some people can take 1 hour. I take 1 hour in a day out of my time. Some people even tell you 24 hours is not enough. As much as it's not enough, they cannot introduce more hours just because of you, but make good use of that 24 hours. It can be 30 minutes. Sometimes it's not even up to an hour. I just try to learn new things, new ideas. I function well at night. Some people function well in the afternoon. Some people function well in the morning. Some people function well in the middle of the night. Some people is at night, maybe from like 9 to like 11. Some people from 12 to like 4. Some people function very, very early in the morning, like 5 to like 7 in the morning, before the sun rises. Whatever the situation will be, just find your balance and try to educate yourself.
About your life, look at the irony. Shame you for public, on the beg it for side. Don't get it twisted, oh. I know the kids ask it, that shit is not healthy.
Another thing you need to do, you need to boost your health and your wellness. Even if there's not so much time, you don't have time because you have a lot of things juggled up together. Just develop yourself, your wealth. Health is wealth, yeah. So if you develop yourself like that, eat right, even if it's just a walk, take walk, don't just sleep the whole day. Some people just feel like whatever they want to do, once they finish it and sleep, once they wake up, sleep. Some people, they just like sleeping, but those will make your brain not to function well. So you need to engage your mind, your soul, your spirit, whatever it is, just engage it. They help you get better. Eat right, learn to balance your meal from carbohydrate, protein, fiber, whatever it is. Just juggle everything together and eat well. It helps you. This Nigeria, there's so many toxic things that I cannot explain myself. You find yourself drinking warm water somewhere and you end up falling sick from typhoid. You find yourself eating somewhere, you end up falling sick. But if you eat right, your immune can fight all those bacteria or all those infections. So you need to eat right, exercise. You don't necessarily have to go to gym. Just take 10 minutes just to sweat out some, if it's dancing you can do, just to sweat out some calories and burn some calories. It helps it so that you don't turn to like they say, old mama yongi or whatever. You are young and you are looking so old, and somebody that is old is looking so young. So you don't turn to old mama yongi or old papa yongi. Just engage yourself. Even if you cannot dance, just be in your parlor and just be swinging and make sure that what you're doing is rigorous and you find yourself sweating, and at the end of the day, before you know, you can keep fit. See, I tell you that you feel like you cannot run or you cannot jog, find yourself in a situation where they are fighting and you need to run. You feel like the person that feel like they can run, you run better than that person. So that's how healthy you are. You might not know that, but that's how healthy and fit you are. So you need to continue that. Some people now at the age of 30, they cannot run, they cannot walk for long. You just be seeing them from one place to another because they can't do so many things. You need to boost your wealth, boost your health. Your wellness is very, very important. No matter the amount of money you have in this world and you are not healthy, you are not sound, the money is like a waste because you end up spending so much in the hospital or taking so much drugs. Some people right now, they depend so much on drugs just because they've not developed their wellness and they've not developed their health. It's very, very, I'm not saying that drugs is bad, but before you take drugs, it might be that maybe you have to treat yourself for malaria. Those are things we can't fight because we don't even know when mosquitoes will enter our house, but that is all right. But sometimes, even when your immune system is very strong, you can fight those things just because your immune system is very, very strong.
Become waiting you hate you, okay. They hate their lives and they're lonely, no energy.
So I'm sure that somehow, somewhere, I've been able to help or make somebody understand that the year is about to come to an end, and you don't have to blame yourself or make yourself feel some type of way just because you've not achieved what you've achieved. Somebody, somehow, your friend, your enemy, your cousin, your sister, your brother might need this video. So please do well to share on all our social media platforms on Aloore. You can share, like, repost, drop comment, just engage with us. We'll definitely reply you. Follow us on all our social media platforms on Aloore, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and you can download our app on Android Play Store on Aloore Radio. Just do that and we'll definitely be here to give you so much more and develop your skills, because that's what we do here. So always stay close to that. So before I leave, I always leave you with these words of mine or of our mentors or whoever it is. Do well to understand that forgiving yourself is the best medicine you can give yourself, and loving yourself and understanding that your mistakes, your error are things you learn from to lead you to your success ground or to lead you to whatever you want to achieve in your life. Forgive yourself. Do not blame yourself or eat yourself up for the things that you've done wrong or things that are not going the way you want it to go. It's all right if they're not going the way you want it to go, but learn to forgive yourself. And remember, health is wealth. Until I come your way next time on Moments with T on Wednesday, 1 to 1:30, remain safe. And when you hear this voice, it's your girl Omomi Emmanuel. And I always, always, always love you guys. I love you guys so much, and take care of yourself. Have a lovely week ahead of you. Love you. Mwah.
You're so fast.